My broadcast partner, Kevin Steen, on his feet, cheering for Eddie Edwards.
I just want him to chop that living shit out of Generico. Rivalry name, Generico. I think that should stick.
Eddie Edwards going to do some damage into also the similarly sunburned El Generico.
It's a pure coincidence.
He is the generic luchador, El Generico!
Kevin Steen, thank you very much for covering
I covered it.
As you jeered El Generico.
Can I scream chop the shit out of him really loud, you think?
No, please don't.
God damn it.
Well, take off your headset if you do.
Oh, okay.
You can do it right now before they get started.
Chop the shit out of him!
He didn't even look at you. Now you got egg all over your face.
I don't have egg.
You've been embarrassed.
No, he heard me.
Made a fool of yourself. Eddie Edwards and El Generico shake hands. No,
I'm disappointed with that.
no rivalry like there is between Kevin Steen and El Generico, of course.
No rivalry. He stole my goddamn life. It's no big deal.
Eddie Edwards and El Generico, I believe this is their first ever singles meeting.
That is correct.
I do believe, yes. And El Generico having his arm wrung by Eddie Edwards. Edwards, you can see he's got that wrist all locked up as he's just controlling him, dragging him around the ring. Generico though rolls through, brought back down to the canvas by Eddie Edwards, gets his shoulder up. Rick Knox says only a 1 count, not even a 1 count that time. Generico very cognizant of the pinfall attempt.
That was a really impressive word. Cognizant?
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Now Generico goes up and over and through. Yes, does go through. Bringing the arm of Eddie Edwards now. Eddie Edwards, of course.
I believe it's now Eddie Edwards, or Eddie Edwards, actually.
I should certainly hope so.
They really went overboard with it.
And now the foot of El Generico draped across the bottom rope, forcing Edwards to break the hold. Edwards does relinquish. Generico getting up and...
I know from experience that Eddie Edwards has quite the mean streak in him, but I'm a little disappointed he's not showing it here tonight.
Oh, just wait. I know that El Generico could frustrate his opponents.
I'll be honest, if I don't see some flesh when Generico goes to the back, I'll be a little sad, maybe cry into his wounds.
Some severed flesh?
Yeah, like ripped off.
Right.
I might take some home.
There's quite a bit of flesh covering his body and Eddie Edwards' body. Edwards
back to the arm
with the hammerlock.
That was sweet.
Puts him down hard. El Generico going shoulder first into the canvas.
I think I speak for everyone when I say that I hope there was permanent damage from that arm wringer.
El Generico being put into a pinning predicament by Edwards. Only gets a 1 count.
Someone said something, a child.
It was precocious, no doubt. Children are delightful. They do say the darndest things, Kevin Steen.
I think most of them are little shitheads. I'm going to teach mine to swear. That's all they'll do.
Your son, of course, does hold a pinfall victory over myself, thanks to actions by you in a non-official match.
No, it looked pretty official to me. It's in the record books, and it's on DVD. It's forever to be watched. And he had a pacifier when he pinned you, in his mouth.
Now side headlock by Eddie Edwards. El Generico backing him into the ropes, throws him off. Edwards charging in, tackle, takes down El Generico.
I'm glad we were able to make amends, and now we can sit next to each other on commentary.
Very true. Perhaps the same will happen to yourself and El Generico one day. Generico, he would have killed Eddie Edwards with that moonsault had he hit him. Edwards very wise to duck. Goes around the horn.
I hate to say it, but that was beautiful. I don't think that'll happen because Generico doesn't speak English very well. And I don't speak Spanish. So even if we make up, which we won't, because he's a little bastard.
Of course. Kevin Steen and myself do share English and French as our common tongue. Je m'appelle Luc, as I learned in my 4th grade French class. My name is Luke.
What did your 4th grade teacher teach you that your name was Luke?
Because that was what it is in the textbook. Everybody learned.
Je m'appelle Excalibur.
Je suis Excalibur.
Oh! Right to the solar plexus. Huh? That it?
No, solar plexus is the front.
Oh, shit. Right to the back of the solar plexus.
Trapezius.
Whatever.
Eddie Edwards.
I used to be a trapeze artist, actually.
Were you really?
Yeah, I broke my shin.
Oh, shot to the chest on Edwards by Generico.
I think Eddie is going to chop him back and probably murder him in the process.
Haven't seen
which I may or may not masturbate to.
Member of the Flying Graysons family who were murdered by mafia bosses.
I barely escaped it.
Dick Grayson, of course.
I was
taken in by billionaire philanthropist Bruce Wayne, now part of the Wayne Foundation.
I wonder what happened to those guys. Oh!
That was a hell of a chop. And now Eddie Edwards putting El Generico up on the top rope. El Generico went for the haluva kick. Eddie Edwards pulled himself up and over that top. El Generico now in the trio. Whoa! Edwards has got Generico
now I've seen this before.
In a precarious situation. Oh! Baseball sliding drop kick in the side of the head, and Generico just falls back into the ring. Lateral press, only a 2 count for Eddie Edwards.
Eddie had quite a unique way to get that photographer as a, I don't know that
photographer
word.
also.
Whatever, I'm French. Out of the way by slapping his ass. Oh my God. His ass repeatedly.
Kevin C., you have words in English. You should use them. Oh, kick to the side of the head.
It's slightly arousing.
Almost like El Generico's haluva kick. Usually, though, that's from the front of the face, not to the side of the head.
I don't think I've ever been hit by that kick.
From Eddie Edwards?
No, from Generico.
The haluva kick?
Mm-hmm.
You've been hit with it so many times that you don't remember.
Don't spread wild rumors. Nice snap suplex. It won't be enough. His shoulder was already up. Rick Knox, bad call there. Should read the book he wrote.
Rick Knox, maybe his view was obstructed by Eddie Edwards' body.
He does have quite the body.
A hot body.
Mm-hmm. I've heard a rumor of pictures circulating with a naked Eddie Edwards with a certain title belt strapped around his genitals.
That was Jimmy Jacobs.
Oh.
I don't know how you could confuse the two. Jimmy Jacobs, of course, former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Champion. El Generico, the same. Eddie Edwards tried to become the #1 contender for the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship in his debut. PWG at DDT4 with Davey Richards, but now this weekend competing in singles competition.
I was a tag team champion too, twice.
You certainly were.
I don't remember who my partner was, but I'm sure I carried the load. Eddie Edwards right on that knee, which is great because I know for a fact that Generico has had knee problems for several years.
Much like yourself, we actually saw a little bit of that earlier on tonight.
Well, for a second, it comes and goes. We got quite a card left after all these matches. Eh? That's quite a show. We have
three huge matches left, 2 title matches. Eddie
Claudio
Edwards.
Castagnoli versus Low Key. It's going to be a real nail biter.
Highly anticipated matchup. Now Eddie Edwards draping the knee of El Generico, that left knee over the second rope and really stretching it out.
I gotta say, I don't think I approve of Tozawa's decision to face Chris Hero, but you know what? If it's something that's got to be done, I'm sure Hero and Tozawa are gonna.
Tozawa in a very Kevin Steen-esque move, and Eddie Edwards in a very, very malicious move right here, standing on the knee of El Generico as it is caught up in the ropes.
Tozawa's learned a lot from me. He's learned several swear words. He's learned to fight twice in one night, and he's also learned several sexual techniques that I won't disclose here.
And also, he has learned Kevin Steen's favorite pornography website. They do have that on the internet, folks.
AmericanZoos.com.
Do we get a nickel from them every time we say it?
I don't even know if
We do get a nickel from ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com. Every time I say it on commentary, that's why I mention ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com so much. El Generico tied up, looks like a trailer hitch.
Mention SteenWrestling.com. I'll give you some stuff too.
SteenWrestling.com.
Awesome. Barely updated, but it's nice.
Find him on Twitter at KillSteenKill.
That's correct. Back to the match. Eddie Edwards really putting a lot of pressure on that bad leg.
And it's very smart move by Eddie Edwards because El Generico, you know, his explosivity is a major part of his offense.
You know what's not a smart move is Generico trying to get into a chopping contest with Eddie Edwards.
That might be
he should know better.
The dumbest thing. Oh, Eddie Edwards, low bridge by El Generico.
Thankfully, Generico has a history of crashing and burning on those dives. Let's hope it happens here and he never gets up. There we go.
Went for the Pescado, couldn't.
Oh, he's going to try to climb instead.
Going up to the top.
Let's hope the top rope breaks.
Very top turnbuckle.
Please break, please break, please break. Damn.
El Generico with the flip off the top comes crashing down on Eddie Edwards.
I suffered the same fate last night, and it sucked.
Eddie Edwards down on the floor. Generico, though, back up on his feet.
Oh my God. I have a sunburn on my ankle. It really hurts right now. Come on, Eddie. Don't let him do you like that.
Eddie Edwards very slow to get up after Generico's full weight came crashing down on his head and neck.
Well, wouldn't you be?
I've been in that situation before, Kevin.
That is correct.
I certainly was slow to get up.
You know the time we faced Generico in a six-man tag and Super Dragon was his partner, and Generico landed on Super Dragon's face, his own partner, and knocked him out? That's the kind of person El Generico is.
Huge cross body from that despicable bastard El Generico.
He's inglorious. Oh, don't say it. We're going to get sued.
You could say that he's Kenny-esque in his bastardy.
I forgot he existed.
That's the second Kenny the Bastard.
I know. I heard the first one. The knife.
The knife.
Get out of here. He gets more press for PWG DVDs than he gets from himself talking about himself.
He gets more props for stunts than Bruce Willis. That's Eddie Edwards, though.
You know, he's walking with the Kings for the rest of his life now.
Because of the Steelizer! Blue Thunder bomb!
And he's still wrestling. But it wasn't because of the Steelizer. His brother threw him off a roof in a fight. A legitimate fight. They got into an argument over juice. I'm not even kidding. Back to the contest.
El Generico beautifully applied that Blue Thunder bomb. Eddie Edwards though able to kick out at 2 before this match ended.
I hope Eddie can counter this Yakuza kick attempt with a huge chop that rips Generico's heart right out of his body, and then I can
Generico in the
that was good too.
running knee counter by Eddie Edwards.
And destroyed your heroes, didn't I?
You've done it quite a few times, Kevin Steen.
I'm sorry. I got excited.
I think it'll be quite a while before you're invited back to the commentary booth shaped like a table.
That sucks.
Generico slow to get up. How is he the man on his feet first?
Very nice.
Kevin Steen, for as much as you hate El Generico, you got to admit, he is just about as tough as they come.
You never said he wasn't. He's just a douchebag.
And Eddie Edwards now laying in those chops to the chest of El Generico.
Yes, 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 yes.
Kobashi-esque chops. Kevin Steen up on his feet. Give Eddie Edwards a round of applause.
Awesome.
And pancakes him with that. Hook of the leg. 2. No.
Sorry. The fan gave me the rock signal, and I tried to flip him off and slap the wire in the face. Generico kicked out of that, and I really thought it was over.
Eddie Edwards really taking this fight to El Generico. Generico known for his resilience, but Eddie Edwards pushing him to his limit right now.
I'm sure Generico expected nothing less from Eddie Edwards, though. I'll give him that.
Go behind by Generico's got him in for the half and half. The Tiger suplex 85.
It's definitely in Eddie Edwards' best interest not to fall victim to that half and half suplex. I'll tell you that much.
Back elbow. Oh, Generico gets his back elbow up. Oh, Eddie Edwards.
Oh, back stunner. I've been a victim of this several times.
Carries him out center of the ring.
That hurts your jaw.
1, 2. No, Generico kicks out.
Sometimes your balls get it too. It's just not a good time.
Got him tied up, single leg crab on that left knee. Generico though uses his right leg, the uninjured leg, to push Edwards off. Very smart
Very
move.
surprised there was enough strength to push him back. Eddie's not a small man.
Great perseverance by El Generico. Oh, single leg takedown. Generico trying to push off once again, booting Edwards in the face.
Yakuza kicks from the ground practically.
The up kicks from Generico send Edwards reeling into the corner. Edwards charges out.
Oh man.
Catches the right leg.
Ooh.
El Generico catches with a back elbow, spinning back elbow. Edwards.
Oh, right into a single crab.
Single leg crab.
Single leg crab.
From Boston Harbor. As Generico center of the ring, Edwards
Please tap out.
is wrenching back. He's standing up to his full height and arching backwards.
The rope's still pretty far. I think Eddie might get it here.
Putting the pressure.
Oh, he's off.
Generico was in deep water, but he managed to swim to shore.
Those fucking lanky ass arms. Come on, Eddie. Stay on him.
El Generico, you can see clutching that left knee. Damage has been done by Eddie Edwards. Oh,
yes.
Nonchalant kick
There's the
to the
dick
toe kick.
Let the asshole out in you, bud.
Oh, slap to the ear, caught him right on the exclamation point.
can't hit him in the abs and think it's going to hurt him.
Half-hearted right elbow by El Generico to the abdomen of Eddie Edwards.
Generico trying to pull his pants.
Another one now hitting him in the solar plexus.
Oh!
Elbow to the grounded opponent. Generico overhand chop. Not a lot of mustard behind that.
Oh!
Eddie Edwards puts the gravy on El Generico's poutine.
Oh my God! Oh! And he's still up. Well, thank God for the corner.
Generico, if the corner wasn't there, he'd be down, possibly for the count.
Oh God.
Generico, exploder in the corner. Edwards had nowhere to go.
Uh-oh, I know what's coming. I feel it.
He was hung up on how much damage was done. When he hits the haluva kick, he's got a base off of that left knee. Will he be able to hit it as effectively?
Move, Eddie, move.
Generico charging in.
Yes.
Back elbow by Eddie. Edwards puts a stop.
Oh! That's
Lung
it, man.
blower.
That's it. Finish him off.
Haluva kick by Generico.
No.
Tiger suplex 85.
Yes!
Edwards super kick. Even back to the driver.
Pin him. Come on, Eddie, pin him.
Generico
Getting back up. Are you kidding? Oh my God.
hits him in the face.
Oh!
Edwards another super kick.
How is he still standing? That's not real.
Haluva kick.
No. He looked at me.
Generico.
Yes.
Reverse. Oh. Kamikaze over the top.
That child barely escaped his life in the front row.
A page out of the Scott Luff playbook, which is a page out of the Bret Hart playbook.
Now it remains to be seen if Generico and Edwards escape with their lives.
Rick Knox administering the 20 count to both men as they spill to the outside. Very hard fall for both men.
This is awesome. I know it's a stupid chant and very annoying, but you know what? It's well deserved.
Edwards and Generico both slow to get up. Both men took a tremendous spill to the outside. I might have just repeated myself. I can't even be sure of it. It's been a long weekend, but it's only getting better.
Several "This is awesome" chants throughout that weekend, which really describes this weekend, actually.
And certainly, one would assume more to come.
Definitely. Next time I'd like to get a "This is Steen's finest moment" chant going. Hopefully people listen to this and do it.
Generico up on his feet, makes his way to the ring apron. 13 count. This is a very long count for both men.
Oh man, is he going to get a counter victory? That would be such crap. Come on, Eddie.
El Generico up on the ring apron.
Come on, Eddie.
16 count. Eddie Edwards on the outside.
How does the count stop on the apron?
18. 19. It does stop on the apron, both men. El Generico throwing a right-handed shot to Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards staggered on the rope. Headbutt by Eddie Edwards. Big right elbow from El Generico.
When he starts resorting to headbutts, you know he's throwing everything he can, man. Oh,
that's very low on the list for Eddie Edwards. It's a desperation tactic to be sure. El Generico running in. Haluva kick. Eddie Edwards reverses a kick of his own to the face of El Generico. Eddie Edwards! Oh! Michinoku driver on the ring apron!
Very reminiscent of myself earlier tonight. It got me victory.
Oh!
But it was not enough for Eddie Edwards to be put away. Unbelievable.
Eddie Edwards kicks out of the Michinoku driver on the ring apron.
I'll say this about Generico.
El Generico can't believe it. The fans are equally as stunned.
He took some good things from me.
El Generico, he is in sheer disbelief of the amount of punishment Eddie Edwards has just endured. That kamikaze suplex to the outside, the Michinoku driver on the ring apron.
You know, Generico rarely goes to the top, to be honest, if you've noticed. Since his knee injury, the top rope, anyway, when the opponent is prone, lying on the mat, is very rarely used by Generico because he can't really take the impact, but
Eddie Edwards.
Guess he won't have to.
Boot to the face, but Edwards slow to capitalize. Oh, look at that, clutching his shoulder, clutching his neck as Edwards makes his way up to his feet, very wobbly.
When you hit kicks like that,
big shot.
That's on the top rope, there's no way to go but down after.
Yeah,
you land on your
landing
head.
on your head, landing on your neck and shoulders, and that's exactly where he took the impact from that Michinoku driver.
That's why I never do it.
El Generico with a series of big right elbows,
Oh, man.
knocking Edwards back. Edwards climbs up, climbing knee.
Eddie Edwards has been a big fan of using the top rope Hurricane Run, and I think we will see this.
Eddie Edwards up top.
Oh my God!
Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable. It's got to be it. The end is coming. Oh!
Big clothesline
It's
takes
over.
him down. 1, 2, no!
These guys are not human.
Eddie Edwards strips off the elbow pad. What more could he possibly have in store for El Generico?
The fans showing their disgusting support to this piece of garbage.
Generico,
Another
take it
one.
down,
It's over.
just turn
That's it.
inside out with that lariat.
That's it.
1, 2,
and 3.
no!
Are you kidding me? Come on. Hey, Patrick
Generico kicks
Paul
out.
That works.
Picks him up.
Oh!
Powerbomb!
That's it.
1, 2, no!
Achilles
Kicks
lock.
out.
After this, it's got to be.
Single leg
That's gotta
grab.
be. Come on.
Center of the ring.
Rip
The
it out.
deepest
Just rip it out.
possible water.
Just rip it out. Rip it out. Rip it out.
Generico,
Oh,
he arches back, and that's it. El Generico submits to Eddie Edwards.
Awesome match.
What a tremendous encounter, and what a huge victory for Eddie Edwards.
God, I hate him.